this Sunday on CBC television. There's the injured official, Scott McBrien from Toronto. I think they're trying to transfer him now to a stretcher lying adjacent to where he has fallen around the 13-yard line of the Toronto Argonauts.
Well, he's right near that Argonaut bench, and the Argonaut training staff was there in a hurry. I know Dr. Joba is right there with him, and certainly it looks like it could be a serious injury. And it was one of those unfortunate things that Comet Burley was clearing the pile because Edwards had gone down. As he went over top of the pile, he just took the official's legs right out from underneath him.
That, as near as we can tell down here at the bench, that's either a broken ankle or certainly a broken leg. It could be up higher on the ankle. They're putting one of those plastic casts on it right now, which they blow in some air to protect it so it doesn't move. It's tantamount to a splint, although much better.
Well, it definitely is Scott McBrien who is hurt down there, and we'll have to have an alternate official come in here now and take over for him early in this ball game. And certainly we're having a stoppage in play here early in this first quarter as the Hamilton Club has moved to the Toronto Argonaut 13-yard line.
They're putting a plastic splint on that leg, and they'll be removing him to obviously a nearby hospital here in Hamilton.
That's exactly what it is, a plastic splint. Nice round from some of the Argo players here, round of applause, and from some of the spectators in this immediate vicinity. How do you feel, Scott? Did it snap? Snapped, eh? Yeah, Scott said it snapped, so I guess he's the one who would know, wouldn't he?
Well, what a shame, and he is on his way to hospital. The first injury of 1977, an official. Let's meet now some new players of the Toronto Argonauts on defense in 77.
Martin Richardson, defensive safety.
Hi, James Marshall, cornerback. Eric Harris, cornerback.
Paul Bennett, right side safety.
Wayne Smith, right defensive end. Ray Nettles, middle linebacker.
Well, the Argonauts are expected to have a formidable defense again in 1977. They acquired Nettles, of course, from the BC Lions in a trade. Wayne Smith, also from the British Columbia Lions. Eric Harris, one of their top recruits in the off-season before the 77 campaign started. There goes the ambulance now in the background, carrying the injured official, Mr. Scott McBrien from Toronto, the field judge. I'll just check how many officials are out there, Russ. It seems they're going to try to make do with 4.
No, they have 5
they have
gone
a fifth man out there. We'll get his, there he is. There's the newcomer. Terry Finn, number 23, is replacing Scott McBrien. All right, second down and 11 to go. Inside the 15-yard line of the Argonauts, here's Jones under pressure, throwing deep for Edwards, just beyond him. He was clear, but he was overthrown, and Jimmy Jones paid the price as 3 Argonauts came in and rocked him to the artificial turf.
Well, the Toronto defense was in a man-to-man situation there, and as Edwards came out of the backfield, Terry Evanson, who started as the wide receiver, turns into the inside, and he does a good job of screening here as Edwards comes to the outside. The 2 Toronto defensive players run into each other. Terry runs over top of them, and Edwards is home free in the end zone, but Jones overthrows him. But it was a good job by Terry Evanson coming to the inside, forcing the Toronto defensive backs to really run into each other and take themselves out of the play.
You know, one of the big knocks against Hamilton last year was the lack of a solid field goal kicker. They've got a new boy from the University of Windsor, Dave Pegg, in there. He'll try this from 20 yards out, and he's good on his first official CFL attempt to give the Hamilton Tiger Cats an early 3-0 lead here at Ivor Wynne Stadium. They played 5 minutes and 8 seconds of the first quarter of the first football game of the season.
Don, that's something that can happen with a young